Hello, this is Grace talking, also known as Grey Fable. You are currently listening to Arkenmore, D&D Noir. In this podcast, I run my friends through my Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Noir theme setting called, you guessed it, Arkenmore. Atop the bones of the monster continent of Arkenmore, a land that was once the exclusive realm of heroes and adventurers, a new society was erected. Fueled by changing technology and powerful economics, the city of New Amphros now stands as the crown jewel of the human empire. However, rampant corruption and organized crime have tarnished what might have otherwise been a golden era. Content warnings for this episode include some bigotry towards fantasy species. Now let's begin. Welcome back, everybody, to the special downtime edition of the Arkenmore campaign. So last session, the party, having just resolved Dr. Whitehall's little problem with his Amphrosion relic, the Mirror of Ego, attended a dinner party. And though you weren't sure what to expect from your new host, you each donned some of the finest attire provided to you and prepared yourselves for whatever may come. Sure enough, Dr. Whitehall had invited two unexpected guests, his friends and neighbors, Byron and Darla Bellamy. During dinner, you each had a chance to partake in some intriguing conversations-ish. Byron, Bellamy, turns out, is a top-ranked defense attorney, and shared some of his legal insight with Carmen about the party's circumstance. He recommended investigating the Hero Clause, a very old New Amphrosion law in which citizens who have performed heroic acts on behalf of the people may be pardoned for their crimes. As the night wore on, many drinks were imbibed, particularly by your host. Dr. Whitehall lamented his feelings of unrequited love for an older woman to Callum, who was held hostage in that conversation. And per Maya's request, you all headed outside to the kennels to meet some of Whitehall's prized guard drakes. With it being late in the night, you then herded the old scholar back to his quarters, and you all likewise retired. The next day came, and with it brought some more unexpected news. In another public announcement, which you listened to on the radio, the chief of police, Arden Powers, declared that the prime suspect for the Morgado tragedy is now the infamous Charles Flick, whose conviction for occult activity was hidden from the public. Powers urged the citizens of New Amphros to report any information that they might have on Flick's whereabouts. And so, time continues, and that's where we will pick up. As today, you all will be deciding on your downtimes, as you're going to be laying low for at least a week, narrating what you're going to be doing during this time, making the appropriate rolls, and we'll see what else happens.
Alright.
And just to clarify, you guys were taking, was it 2 weeks of downtime or just the one?
I believe 2.
Alright. In which case, you guys will have, you'll get to take, two major tasks, one for each week, and 2 minor tasks.
Okay, no, we were doing 1.
Are you just doing the 1 for right now?
We could do 2. I would be down to do 2. But we were originally just doing 1.
Also keep in mind that your fame decays with each passing week that you're staying on the down low, which is maybe not a huge concern because you're not super high right now. I think you were at 30 last I checked.
Yes.
But yes, if you guys are decided, and you can change your minds later depending on what happens, you can commit to 1 week of downtime, and I will have whoever feels most ready, willing to talk about it, go first, discuss what their activities are going to be.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Cool.
I'm gonna go on a date with Hugh Gilt.
Cute.
It's gonna be a friendship date.
I figured as
Maybe
much.
we'll catch movies. Could be pretty cool. And we're going to convince him to teach us the ways of his investigations.
Ah, yes. you're going to take. You're socializing with him. Is that correct? In this movie, you're going to the talkies.
We
And then
are the talkie.
Very well. And Maya, as you venture back out, first time with your newfound freedom since you've been locked up, you get to head back into the city where it all began. You were given 2 addresses for a meeting up with the detective. One that he wants you to try first, and the second one seemed to be maybe a little bit more sketch. You're not sure if he intended Maya to follow up with him, but that's who's gonna do it.
Yeah, Maya just tells us, like, alright, go find Hugh, or how does that conversation go?
Oh, she asked him if he'd go see a movie with her before he left.
True.
Indeed. So you go to the first address. Is in what looks to be a bit of a rundown apartment complex. You go to the unit. This is on. Oh, by the way, this is on Z Street in Old Town. So you go to this rundown apartment complex. You go to a higher level. You see the unit number on the door. You knock. There is not too much of a interval before it cracks open. You see not the detective. You see a hobgoblin. She's looking at you through a crack in the door with an amber eye peering. She says, "State your intentions and your name."
Maya is an idiot, as we've established.
I know.
And as we've previously established, she can never, for the life of her, remember codename. So, I heard that Mr. Gilt was here. This is Maya. He knows me from the island.
The figure seems to be calculating. Then repeats, "Maya." Pause. "Elf or half-elf. You have business with the detective. This is correct."
Yes.
The door shuts. After a few seconds, you hear footsteps behind it. And with your, if I recall right, your passive perception is pretty decent. Let me double check it.
Oh yeah, it's super decent.
Oh yeah, very high. So you hear the footsteps coming back to the door. You can tell by the shuffling of feet, it's a different person this time. And you know that someone's peeking at you through the peephole in the door. And then quickly you hear the locks all get taken off. There's multiple chain locks by the sound of it. The door opens and you see everybody's old pal, Detective Hugh Gilt, Private Eye, come back out. He's like has his hat in his hand. It's like, "Oh wow, Miss Maya, to what do I owe the pleasure? Is everything quite all right then?"
Well, you didn't say you didn't want to go see a movie, so talkies?
You came all this way just to invite little me to the talkies?
Of course, and possibly ask for a favor.
There's this huge smile of relief when you mention the favor. He's like, "Oh, well, I see. Yeah, of course. Intriguing. You know, as a detective, I do like a little mystery. Well, wait. Let me make some deductions. You want to see the new Ranger Rick movie. Would I be correct?"
I don't think that was the most difficult of deductions, but of course.
Well, all right, sweetheart. Why don't we go and get ourselves some tickets? Yes. He kind of glances around. kind of pops his collar, puts on the hat, which is like broad-rimmed, kind of tilts over his face. We'll just make sure we keep things on the low, right? Lest
Oh,
anyone
of
around here
course.
recognize us.
You wouldn't
Would
happen to
anyone
have an
around
extra
these
hat,
parts?
would you?
Of course I do, sweetheart. He, just one moment, he steps out and comes back. Well, I was going to borrow one from, Vesmo, but she, would not lend one out. But you can have one of mine. Offers you a, maybe, it might be a bit large for you, which isn't necessarily a bad thing right now.
What type of hat is it?
Kind of let me see, I think like maybe a boater hat, yeah. Something like that. Like a boater hat.
Oh, okay.
Beige. Maya, you, and Detective Hugh Gilt go on down to the old theater in Old Town. Large, there are many screens, and you can see they're all showing the same movie, of course. Ranger Rick and the Temple of Dragons.
Hmm.
The one that was,
Is
coming out as you were
Oh,
arrested.
it's a new one. Yeah.
Indeed. And the effects this time, they are better. There's a lot of fire effects being thrown around, as you'd imagine. Lots of it. There's shots where you can just see Ranger Rick, or rather the actor Bastion Artwood, notably another half-elf, just sweating with how close he is to the flames in this one. It's very action-packed, very classic Ranger Rick, returning back to the roots of the franchise. People in the theater seem quite, pleased by it all, and even though there are multiple screenings, it's still quite packed. There's the rebel of downtown, and there's lots of people making like a lot of noise in there and having a good time, throwing around peanuts and etc.
Is that what having a good time looks like for these people throwing around peanuts?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I mean, after you shell the peanut, what do you do with the shell, am I right? Anyways, Guilt takes you out on a walk through the old town streets. He's kind of looking at you. Well, what do you think of the movie there? Was the flick all you hoped it would be?
It was the best. Well,
Oh. He nods.
I'm not going to lie. I still prefer River Apparel. Just a little bit. It may make me a bad fan, but I have a soft spot for it.
Well, it's hard to beat the early classics. So, Miss Maya, what sort of favor could little me do for such a fine young lady such as yourself? And I have to ask now. I've been ruminating over it throughout the whole movie.
I hope it didn't distract you from the film Tuma.
Oh, no. Believe me. Long-time Ranger Rick fan right here, he points at himself. I've seen all of them.
Good. Well, would you like to try and deduce?
He kind of scratches his chin, which is freshly shaved and less stubbly than last you saw it. Huh, well... Miss Maya, you are quite an enigmatic young woman. A very mysterious past. Never quite put together pieces on what landed you in prison at such a young age. With your circumstances being so peculiar, I gather there's some things that you wish to find out, things that you yet to discover. Maybe about either, maybe not so much as yourself, but people who've been involved in your life. You need the deduction skills of skilled detective, maybe? Trust me, though, if you think Well, it's not on the up and up. You've come to barking up the wrong tree, young miss.
You were close, but you didn't quite hit your mark this time, Detective.
Oh, well, is that right?
I would like to be your apprentice, if you have time.
There is, let's see. With your passive insight, there is this tug of like this amusement on his face. Not in like a demeaning way, but he does look like he's somewhat pleased. Oh, apprentice, is that right? Well, in my later years, I have taken to trying to stoke up some hot young talent.
Ooh.
But I didn't peg you, I'll admit. I am failing as a detective. I did not peg you as a young lady interested in pursuing the profession of detective yourself. You wish to go into the business, is that right?
That's completely incorrect. I want to be Ranger Rick.
Now that makes a lot more sense. That is only one of the skills required to be such a heroic figure as Ranger Rick, however. I'm curious. When you gather investigation skills, what other skills do you intend to gather?
What other skills do you think I need to gather?
Well, I'm a fan of the franchise myself, but I don't flatter myself anywhere near as much devoted as a fan as yourself there, young miss. I'm sure that you have some ideas. Fearless, dauntless, in the face of danger. Willing to go to toe, wrestle lizard folk in the lagoon.
Oh, I've wrestled worse than lizard folk. In my own
Is
way.
that right? Another point of curiosity, once you've acquired all these skills, to become Ranger Rick, how do you propose to go about using them?
What do you mean, using them?
Ranger Rick is always following a cause. It's always something just, something on behalf of helping others. It's my own reason for what I do. Who do you have any sort of cause that you wish to uplift, some people to rescue?
Nothing quite so noble.
I see.
I would like revenge, Mr. Gill.
Well, less noble, you're correct, but still, a big film sort of debut cause, revenge. I don't suppose you'll tell me too much about this person you wish to obtain vengeance on. And that's alright.
I'll tell you who if you'd like.
Well, is it someone that you think I would recognize?
No.
Then by all means.
My mother.
I see. You must have had quite a difficult upbringing, young miss.
I'll since you you may be doing me a bit of a solid, I'll give you another breadcrumb.
Oh,
She's
well.
why I ended up in Morgata.
Now that is a deduction I was already making myself. But I did appreciate that. Why don't we table these, let's win some discussions, and, how about you and we talk about the details of this apprenticeship, yes?
Of course.
And he is going to, as you're walking, he's going to discuss when and where he would like to meet with you to begin the quote-unquote lessons, of which I'll give you more details later on. But you get the feeling that this individual who's helped you asked, especially with your insight, they are going to help you become more adept at being investigative, like very straightforward. But you know that whatever he's doing, he's got ulterior motives. 1, 2, his methodology is very strange.
Yes.
Ooh.
And of course, I will share more details on that at a later time. So that's going to be your minor task, socializing with Guilt, and major. Since you spent the time socializing with him, he is going to go ahead and spend more time with you to help train you in his line of work.
We love it.
Hell
Hugh
yeah.
Guilt, best boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is Maya's downtime activities for the week. Anyone else have any other ideas of what they are going to be pursuing?
I think Trent, I, and Tyler have ideas. Who wants to go first? You want to go first? I see a thumb.
Oh, it's just dealer's choice. You know, I'm not very picky. Koloth just wanted to look for his. He wanted to look for Koloth, and he wanted to tie down Ghoulam before she got loose. That kind of muscle will be destructive.
That kind of
without
woman
guidance.
can never be tied down, first of all.
Oh, you think so?
Alright, don't be weird.
Why is that weird? Judge? Can I get a judge?
You said it with an implied, like, eyebrow raise, like, you think so.
I literally raised my eyebrow while I said it too.
Well, that will do it too. Anyways.
But yes. So,
So before we address how this, is going to be your tasks for the week, what exactly do you mean by tying down Ghoulam Creek? 'Cause I know you don't mean it literally.
so he's not actually gonna, like, she is clearly a bugbear without a master. So, she needs a hobgoblin.
Okay.
Otherwise, she's gonna end up back in jail leading another gang that she abandons.
Yeah, no. Okay.
It's
So
a lot
you're
safer.
socializing with Ghoulam Creed is what I'm getting from. That's your minor task.
Yes, it's a lot safer to get a nice, stable job collecting money from goblins than it is to go fighting human supremacists.
Alright. And Koloth. As you go to approach the Ghoulam Creed, who still occupies the same guest house for the time being. She mentioned she might stay there as long as she's allowed, and then head off. When you go to approach her, she will give you a voracious grin, showing off her tusks, and ask, "Alright, is it time? Is today the day?" And cracks her knuckles. "How do you want to do this?"
You're still interested in fighting me?
"Of course, that's what we agreed upon, isn't it?" Haha, it's been too long for me. Of course, I got to crack some skulls on that in the escape, but oh man, since I got thrown in the clinic, that was a good fight. She pats like her rib. "I'm all healed up now. I'm ready."
If that would make you happy, then I will fight you, but I must say, I'm not sure that's what's best for you in the long run. Earlier you mentioned, or at least implied, some kind of fight for leadership.
Yes.
I've been taught that that's an inefficient use of both of our talents. What use is a leader to you who focuses on their strength above their wisdom? And what use would a leader have of someone so much weaker than them? Or if they were stronger than you, why would they need you? It's through focus on our advantages that we become more powerful together.
Focus on our advantages. What use? God. Damn. Are all hobgoblins such blowhards? That's
They
a
should have a
serious
trace
question.
outside. He immediately transitions to being willing to fight her after that.
Okay. Like,
Oh,
look.
those are terms she understands.
You earn respect as a ruler by showing your strengths.
I earn
That's
respect
how
as
it
a
is.
ruler by being a better ruler.
If I could just kick your ass, why would I listen to what you have to say?
Because sometimes I know better.
Is that right? You're starting to sound like a human now.
Oh, Lamau.
He like gives that some serious thought. Like, some humans have shown some talent. Goes ahead and speak of them. If a fight is what you're looking for, I'm happy to provide it for you. But I'd recommend not being so close-minded.
But you will fight me. That's what you're saying.
I've fought with many of our weapon masters.
Okay. So again, she kind of steps forward and puffs her chest. How do you want to do this? Bare knuckle? Weapons? I can do both.
What do you think you're the most better than me at?
I've seen you. I've seen you with a weapon. You're good. You know your way around a blade. I don't think you are any good without one, though. Fist to fist, you're gonna go down.
Does that mean you want to fight me with a weapon?
It's your free funeral.
Why don't we set me up for success? Just like I'd set you up for the same.
You're right. No reason to bully you. Sure, let's do weapons. Not guns, though. Do you want to do knives? Do you want to do... She kind of pauses. Bats?
Bolt
What's your
baton.
weapon of choice? Bolt baton? Oh, I suppose you and your, rest of your... I hesitate to say clan, but you stole a few of those on the way out of the prison. That's true. Get me a bolt baton, and I'll meet you outside in the yard.
Yeah, and then Koloth will find Carmen, request her bolt baton, and invite her to watch them outside.
Koloth would like to borrow your bolt baton.
Oh, yeah. Don't you
And-
have one?
Well,
Yes.
I'm requesting you to be a second in our duel.
I don't know how that works, and I don't know if she knows how that works, but yes, I would do so.
Come watch and make sure no one kills each other.
Oh, okay. Carmen's frame immediately relaxes. Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Alright. Tyler, would you like me to pull up a map that you can use? Or do you want to just make rolls?
If we're rolling dice, we're both marshals, right? So we're just gonna end up smacking faces into each other.
That's what I figured, but I
Well.
don't know if you want to do any movement shenanigans.
I don't. I'm not a rouge. There's no red here. It's just a good, clean bolt baton.
Alright. Are you going to invite anyone else to watch?
Is there anybody else that stays around the house? This is probably the first day that we're free to ourselves.
Most likely, yes.
Who wants to go watch Gulam and or Koloth getting beat the fuck up?
Would I
I'll come
have?
watch.
Yeah, I mean, I can watch. Like, how long would this take?
Probably not long.
Yeah, they'll probably fight for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then one
Yeah,
of them
man,
will be shocked to shit.
Yeah,
What time?
I could make time.
Probably
What-
relatively early in the morning.
Yeah, we're good.
Koloth has things to do, and he needs to convince Golem to go with him so that he doesn't get jumped by dwarves.
Wait. Is it... Would Carmen wake up Maya?
No.
Okay, never mind. We're...
That being said, though, there is a caveat to that. Are you still sleeping in the blue room because Creed snores?
Yeah.
Then yeah, we actually would wake you up. You're in a guest area.
Okay,
Wake
good.
up, babe. Koloth and Creed are fighting.
Yeah.
There's a matter of wake up. We need this area for something else that's not you sleeping. Go to the bedroom if you want to go back to bed.
I mean, they're fighting in the yard.
Yeah, Koloth goes downstairs and rings his bell to let Mr. Whitaker know that they are intending to spar in the yard, and that despite it looking violent, they're both professionals, and he need not worry.
Very good, sir. I will inform Dr. Whitehall.
Is there a designated training space?
The,
Your bugbear
stretch
should
of,
require one.
yard between the rose garden and the pool is used for croquet, and it should be wide open.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. I will have guards on standby. The off chance they are needed.
No, it'll be fine.
Very good, sir, he says,
Oh, that was
in a
Tyler,
tone that
not
implies he's absolutely going to have guards on standby. With all of that being set up, it's early in the morning, it is cool, it is crisp, it is dewy, sea breeze is blowing. Gulum is doing stretches in the designated area.
We're not wearing armor or anything, so I guess Koloth is out
I mean,
there
yeah.
probably shirtless in like one of those work pants.
Yeah, she does not wear armor.
All right. He just is stretching his arms, working out the bolt baton. I do have the weapon mastery.
Alright. She is going to, with a bonus action, stretch herself out, flex her muscles as she's holding the baton inside, and lets out this roar. It is wordless. It is blood-curdling. It is the roar passed down by her ancestors as they prepared for battle. And she is going to charge forward and, turning the baton on, swing at you. It's a 21 to hit.
Easily does.
Alright, so that is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning plus 1 lightning damage from the bolt part of the bolt baton.
As Koloth takes kind of the baton at his side and the electricity shoots through him, he sort of wraps his arm around the front part of it and yanks forward and then swings with his own right hand. It's a bit clumsy at first. But then he will...
You have allies watching you if you want to take advantage of that.
Oh, I will later. But the
Oh.
9 probably wouldn't hit after I did that.
No.
He action surges and then swings again. So at first it looks like he's kind of not in it, and then he straightens out and just does a clear overhand smack. Is it 23 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay, we did not do a lot here. So 5 of it's bludgeoning, 2's lightning, so it's a total of 5 damage.
Nice. Okay.
But Golem Creed is now sapped, so her next
Oh.
swing has disadvantage.
Very good. There is her muscles convulse at the field baton hitting her, and she looks at you grinning as she's still convulsing, and pirouettes and goes with her next swing. Oh, that was even with the disadvantage yet. Already a 8.
Alright. Her muscles are kind of spasming, so she's a little overextended, and Koloth just repeats the maneuver, but this time he tries to hit like leg muscle, something meaty, so that the bolt can keep sapping her.
That will absolutely hit her.
Alright, 5 bludgeoning, 3 lightning this time, so it's 6 damage. Oh, and then I'll add superiority die.
Oh, yeah, of course, you did use the die for this.
It's another 4 bludgeoning.
And you feel this is a good hit this time as you get a solid contact on her leg, and she grunts as she pivots around to prevent herself from falling. And she goes, this time, more relentless as an open swing.
Oh, no, it's my turn now.
Oh, that's right. You. Wait, hang on. Yeah, it is your turn. Go ahead. You get to do your actual turn.
Yeah, and so he just takes that advantage he had earlier and he presses it as hard as he can. Where he hit a thigh last time to slow her down, he smacks the other arm.
14 will hit.
And he's trying to systematically make kind of a show of this almost for everybody else that's looking. So it's 10 bludgeoning, 2 lightning, so 7 more damage. And again, she's sapped, so her next swing has disadvantage.
As she's spinning around, trying to keep herself getting tripped up by her leg getting hit, goes to swing at you again, and you get a solid blow in her torso where she's recently injured. She hops, keels over, and she looks like she is visibly injured now. As in, she is below half health.
You can yield if you prefer. He says it, but he doesn't give her any space. So he's still like swinging towards her, even as he offers a chance for her to back out.
She's, I don't know. I would ask you to roll because that was kind of not a convincing
No, not really.
thing you said, so there's no point. No, she says, as the veins in her forehead are bulging out from the adrenaline. Speaking of, she picks up her bolt, and as a bonus action, she runs around you in a circle.
Ooh.
As she is doing an adrenaline rush, she's taking a dash as a bonus action, running around you and giving herself temporary hit points.
That'll do it.
And then she is going to attack you again. I don't think I did not give her all of the barbarian abilities. Just so you know, she's not PC, she doesn't have, what's it called? Reckless Strike. So she's gonna attack with disadvantage. A 4 and a 2, it doesn't matter. A 7 will absolutely miss. Do you continue to bully her? Yep, you riposte. 16
And he just
will hit.
maintains the flow. It's a stun baton, so this is probably a pretty miserable experience.
She is still up. It eats through some of her temp HP.
Then Koloth's turn.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's got an extra
Oh
priority
yeah, more
die.
damage to that.
Nice.
Another hit. You are rolling very well.
Well, we also have a crowd here if we need them.
That's also true.
All right.
You
and
fill
since
the eyes of the other people who you consider to be under your command around you.
Well, these are as close to peers as the uninitiated can be, right? But yes, like she said earlier, this is the clan, as I have them at this time. 6 more
Okay.
damage. We're getting there. And she's sapped again.
She is reduced to 0 hit points, but instead opts to drop to 1 as she staggers, falls to her knees, and you think you have her, and she rises up again. And she is still
Koloth
sapped.
Koloth looks to Carmen like, call it.
That's enough.
No!
God, this is why you fucking go in the pit.
I need my blood!
See if you hit him. You haven't yet.
She's... Yeah, goes to attack again. This sap thing... strong.
It's
I
really
actually-
good.
I planned the weapon choice and picked the group for a reason, right? So
Of
I invited
course,
people.
yeah.
This is me being a complete shitter with Koloth's
Yeah.
ability to stack the deck unfairly against someone who should win this fight.
13
Oh,
with
13
disadvantage.
does hit.
Okay. She comes back and finally finds purchase with her weapon.
Koloth has
All right.
9 hit points left.
Yep, 5 bludgeoning, 4 lightning. But that is her turn.
And even as she's landing, sides like blows on one side of Koloth's body. He's just wailing on her.
Before you finish her off, did you get down to half hit points?
Yes.
Alright, when she sees that you're now physically injured, she grins happily, even as the baton is coming down to finish her off.
Yeah, she like clocks him in the head. Pretty solidly. So he's got a bloody nose, but he turns around and whips the baton into her gut.
Just she like jolting. Grins, showing off her tough skin. Made you bleed. And then keels over into the grass. And that is the end of that combat.
We're going to go over and give her enough healing magic so that she is awake again.
Okay, yeah. Are you doing a lay on hands?
Yeah, just on her shoulder. And say, duels are not supposed to go until you're literally unconscious on the ground.
As you tug on those threads of life force that you've been trained to see again, you say a prayer and channel it into the broken flesh of the orc woman fallen onto the grass. You see her bruises start to mend. The eyes shoot open.
Enough.
Huh? Carmen, you are really
Hail.
full of surprises.
Good.
Healer.
Don't knock
now.
yourself unconscious next time.
That's how it's done. She's still kind of hurt. Starts to stand up. How many hit
Up
points
and
did you
at
give
him.
her?
Just like 5.
5. Okay. Yeah, she's still staggering up.
Oh, if she's trying to get up, Koloth
No,
will
no.
help her.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, aggressive.
She just offers a hand, you know?
Go get
She
food. Go get
takes
washed up.
Koloth's hand and like clasps it. Good fight. Good fight.
I doubt I would have won if we had done it fairly.
With fists. Let me know when you're
Especially
ready.
for a reason. I
She
don't
lets
think we're
go.
ready.
Unfortunately, I did give you my word. Fine. Hobby. Sorry. Koloth. She pounds her chest. You're in charge now.
So when's round 2?
No.
When he's
Go inside.
when he says so. Unless he screws up, then I'll fight him again, whether he wants it or not.
How good's your insight?
Who's?
Maya.
Oh, Maya's. Oh, it's pretty
Maya.
good.
Oh, it's so
Um,
good.
I think it was like 14.
That is correct.
Koloth is putting on a brave face, but he just got rocked pretty hard. And he's like, his entire left side of his face is bruised. You can tell that he's standing at an angle so that Gulum can only see the right one for the most of the discussion. And there's a little bit of fear in those eyes when she talks about going back in for an unarmed fight. Because, I mean, this has very clearly been lopsided cheating on his part with a weapon that he's trained in and she's not. So he chose the ground and the weapons and everything. And it's like, no, actually, we don't need to do that right now. Instead, you should be ready. We're going to the city soon.
There's a glance over to Koloth at that. Questioning.
I need to find Koloth.
But you are Koloth.
The gaze narrows.
Indeed.
You're a leader.
I left the rest of my clan when I went to Morgato.
Yeah. You're aiming to report to... Oh, how do the hob names work? You're aiming to report back to your boss.
He looks at you confused
Family?
again. It's like I don't have a boss, but
He
I'm going
is
to
the
find
boss.
Koloth.
Right. Nah, Maya, there's a thing where they name themselves the same name, and it's carried down. It's hereditary.
Y-
And a sort.
Koloth, you are the boss, right?
Kind of like. I have to be. That's what Gozar says.
You see, he's the boss.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't understand it enough. I just know that the same ones have the same names, and some of them report to themselves.
We won't be
Yes,
out
but they
for long.
report to him. That's why he calls
Well, no,
everyone his goblins.
There's some scrunching.
You've not been hanging out with Koloth enough.
No, it's more. He doesn't. No, whatever. I'm going to go get her in.
Yeah, well, when I left my clan, they were in severe danger, so it's my responsibility to ensure they're safe.
Do you have a? Do you have the money to drive there?
Not currently.
How do you plan to get the money to drive there?
I'm going to ask Whitaker.
You
Let me
know,
know when you do. I also need money.
Carmen, I was looking to go into town as well. We could split a cap.
That would be great, actually. Thank you.
No, I meant with Koloth.
Oh, no, I'm coming too if you're going into town.
All right.
Maya, when we get back inside, is going to heal Koloth.
Oh.
Cute.
And what does that look like?
Yeah, give us some.
She's going to slap his back really hard, and as she does, she casts Cure Wounds.
So it's like big glows.
It's big glows. She does it when we get inside, and once everyone's favorite Orcus is not looking.
Thank you, Maya. He leans in conspiratorially and goes, she almost had me. I tried to dissuade her, but it didn't seem like she was listening.
How's he looking?
After 8, he is no longer bloodied, but he still has
8 hit
11.
points.
Yeah, if I had to rate his health on a scale from 1 to 28, I would say roughly a 17 is where he's at right now.
She would, she'd like examine him, give him a little once over, and say, Koloth, you can't meet your clan like this. And then it doesn't help much.
A 2 and a 1 on the healing roll for 3 more hit points.
This mug. And, he,
And your spellcasting ability mod.
Oh, you had spellcasting
I think
mod.
yeah, you do add your mod to that, I believe.
So the first one would actually be plus. So the first one would be 12, and the second one would be 7.
Better.
Yeah, substantially so.
Love it.
Isn't like
It's plus 2. It's plus 2 for
Oh, it's plus 2. Okay.
Plus
For
4
some reason,
for
I thought you had
total.
really, really high whiz. That is
Maya, well,
madness.
it's higher than you think, but
Maya has 14 whiz, but she has proficiency in perception.
That
so
okay? I think I
it
am
seems
just
more legitimate.
combining your goddamn tiers of expertise into my initial calculations.
Thank you, Maya. Tigger has always taught me that I had a glass jaw. This mug is meant for telling scared goblins what to do, not for fighting. Whatever that was she did.
You know, I don't think you have a glass jaw because I saw what happened to Edward the other day.
Oh, yeah. You're like talking as you're talking shit about Edward. He's next to you, like doing this.
flashback to Edward getting punched by his reflection clone. See,
All right. You know what? I like to point out that punch was nothing. He is a bitch.
No, it was like a mosquito bite.
Ed out here developing TMJ because of his self-punch.
Yeah, that me guy, he's a little bitch.
And so, before we follow Koloth and his city adventure, which
Yeah.
I will get to, but before that happens, I'd like to give someone else a chance to discuss. So, since you did fight Gulum, and she's recognized you as the interim leader, she's open
Interim.
to socializing and whatever that's going to look like between you two. It might be some more friendlier spars, or some training between each other, or some drinking with each other.
Oh
Maybe
God, I
some
hope it's
card
not that one.
games if you're open to that.
Koloth
Oh.
can't drink.
That's a shame.
Nope, it didn't work.
Yeah, he's banned by God.
I know. I want to talk to Alice before Carmen goes into town, and I think Trent also wants to talk to the two doctors. Do you want to try to do those first?
Whichever, yeah, if you guys want to go.
Well, here's the thing. The two doctors are here. I don't see them leaving much. They're going to be readily available. So, Burb, if you want to...
Sure, I'll go, and then you can go, bitch.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
We
what
don't have
was
to use
that?
language.
That seemed uncalled for.
Yeah, it
That-
seemed very charged.
No, it wasn't charged. It was. I thought you were trying to push it off on me. Don't push it off on me. I want to be able to help.
Hi, this is Future Grace here. Unfortunately, at this juncture, we had multiple technical issues, so we lost a bit of Carmen's and Edward's downtime activities, and had to push Callum's to next week. Carmen opted to socialize with Miss Alice the maid, while Edward socialized with the doctors, Whitehall, and Zitaru. We will cover more of that next week, but for now, let's continue with Carmen's story. Alright, so, unfortunately, because Dan is having these technical difficulties, we'll have to deal with Callum's downtime next week, hopefully. Which leaves us to unresolved points of Carmen's and Koloth's adventures in the city that we have to pick up on. Carmen, I have a good handle on exactly where you're headed. I'm going to go ahead and lead with you first. So you are already on the right side of the bridge to go to the larger cathedral. Let me make sure I have the name right. It's not like I wrote it or anything.
Saint Sola.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I just didn't want to say the wrong thing. The Saint Sola Cathedral, the larger, newer one that is on this side of town, right off of the southerly hills in the Dragon District. So, how do you plan on getting there?
Well,
You could potentially walk. It's just going to take a bit.
So what I was planning to do is potentially hitch a ride with the taxi to at least a closer location. She's probably going to walk back. But at least gather some variety of not having to walk 3 miles through the usage of both Maya and Koloth as they head up toward... They're going to the Dragon District? Wait, what is...
Dude.
So,
We're
No,
going
I know
splitting
you're
in
going
half.
to you're going to Z Street.
yes, Maya and Koloth went downtown. Went downtown to Old Town, across the
Okay,
bridge.
so it's the other way, correct?
You're staying on this side of the bridge.
Meet them.
Yeah.
We are walking.
Yeah.
It's just easier. Honestly, probably feels pretty good. We haven't been able to actually walk to where we want to go in months, surprisingly.
True. Yeah, that is very true. Your legs, in fact, are a bit stiff.
No, we hate that.
From- The lack of stretching. You were able to do exercises while imprisoned in Morgato. You're able to do some stretches in your cell. They had a workout bench you could use, but long walks, Not quite as
not
much.
there. But yeah, no, she'll actually enjoy it, especially because it's probably around mid-morning, I'm guessing. Or honestly, it might even go the next day, so it'd be like morning time, but after, when she knows the sister would probably take either respite or service. She would attempt to arrive there on an off time, is what I am attempting to hope for.
And that's easy enough because even if you leave mid-morning on that day, it will take you a couple of hours to do this walk. At least because you're walking from the shoreline where Dr. Whitehall's house or estate is at, across to the other side where the cathedral is.
Many,
So it's a bit of a ways to go.
yeah, many streets.
So you're going to be getting there in the afternoon,
Cool.
which is definitely a between services time. And let's see here. And you come across those familiar stones, those familiar towers, the stained glass rising up into the sky. It is a wintry day, although it's still early winter. The air is crisp. The wind is blowing and the sun is shining through the chill, lighting the many colors of the image of the god empress herself, Goldra,
There's
rising with her wings above the doors.
there's a moment of a pause, and it's less of a hesitation and more just of honestly relaxation. Her shoulders would sink, and there would be just a moment where she breathes and regains herself and would walk in to the cathedral proper.
Do you go through the front or do you
Side.
go through the side?
That was always what she was told to do. That is what she would continue to do going forward. Now, what I want you to remind me of, Grace, is did Sora Mercy, the sister who inducted Carmen into the Scarlet Watch, have a particular abode or an office where she studied? I know she was in charge of certain sorors.
It's true. You're not sure if she had her own private study, but you do remember the study that you were taken to when you were inducted for the special service.
And Carmen would go there.
As you travel these familiar halls, you pass a few young sorors who kind of glance at you, look at your attire. They don't move to speak to you or try to tell you that you shouldn't be here. They just look at you curiously, then avert their eyes to the floor as they pass on.
And for her part, Carmen does not attempt to interact with them at all. She has a location in mind. That is where she is going. She does not attempt to integrate herself with any of the crowds or any of the well-wishers or desperate folk who might be praying in the alcove. She has a location set in mind, and that is where she is heading.
And you approach the office. You go to knock at the door. You raise your knuckle. Before you can make contact with the wooden frame, you hear a soft voice behind you. Despite your vigilance, somehow, someway you missed them. So it is true. So you have returned to us. So you hear the voice of Sora Mercy down the hall.
I have.
As you turn, you see her.
And there's much that I need to discuss with you.
She
If I am
nods.
permitted.
We must speak in private then. And she motions to the door.
And Carmen would open it and would let the elderly sister go through first.
She enters. She turns around, glances about the office. It is a modest kind of a place. There is a small desk, shelves of books of holy studies and prayers, a small sofa and a chair set to the side, and an altar. She glances around and she locks the door behind her. Looks to you.
And Carmen would pull out a mother of pearl and wooden rosary. That was the rosary that Sister Patience gave to her prior to the service of Longnacht in Longnacht in Morgato, and would state, "I trust that you have heard what happened in Morgato."
She shakes her head.
Understood.
These long nights I have prayed for your soul, child.
And I appreciate and am thankful for your prayers. My soul is not the one that is... My soul is where it is. I need to make sure that you know what is going on. And that you know of an individual who might be in need of assistance. And if not assistance, then salvation.
Please. She motions to the chair.
And Carmen would sit and would look to the elderly woman and would say, "Undead rule the halls of Morgato. If not the smaller ones, then the larger one beneath. Most of the smaller ones, I have been assured, can likely be curtailed or neutralized by the current. However, there is a large one, and multiple police forces are going in and are potentially getting subsumed. I do not trust what I hear on the radio, and I do not think that we should either."
We have heard of these dark workings. On Morgato, of course.
There is a large
We have been
creature down there. And I don't know if the sea is powerful enough to contain it.
If all this is true, my child, how come you to be here with us today?
I escaped with a number of friends. Well, not friends. People with a similar goal. They wanted to live. We found a way down into the basin where there was a dwarven artifact that we boarded and utilized to cross. That being said, we found additional things in the ruins that we came across. One of which was an Ambrosian artifact that was capable of raising the dead. I do not think...
Of course.
It did not seem to be powerful enough to raise the creature that stalked the halls. But it is an artifact of immense power that is currently being held in the home of a Dr. Whitehall.
This artifact. And frozen, you said. Being held by Dr. Whitehall. You say you do not believe it to be the cause?
I do not. When
Interesting.
the singular caster that we saw utilized it, they brought up corpses. But they were of dwarven remains, from what I can remember. But that means that there might be something else potentially more powerful down there. And that is my fear.
We have been consulting with the officers of the law on this a most grave matter.
Mother. Okay, good. I wasn't certain if they would listen.
Of course. The words of Goldra still hold power, New Amphros. But however, I must ask you, since you have aspired to be here, they believe these dark workings to be machinations of a singular man,
I don't believe
a
that for a
Charles
second.
Flick. You do not believe this is the suspect of theirs
No.
is the cause, nor the artifact that you discovered, as you said so yourself.
The artifact would be more likely to be the cause of it than Mr. Flick. And even
What?
that... Well, I've already told you what I think of that.
Her mouth firms up. And what makes you so certain of the innocence of this man? You know
The man is not innocent.
of this man's history.
The man is not innocent, and I did not say that.
Hmm.
That being said, I do not think he caused this.
My child, may I ask you, when you were detained by the police, when you were tried, when you were convicted, and when you were sentenced to this horrible imprisonment on that island, did you blame the church?
No. I made my decision.
She nods. Good. Good. I knew. When you were selected, I knew. You would be the greatest link forged on this chain we have made. You would hold us strong. Of course, we could not speak out. We could not exonerate you without revealing our mission.
There's a frown when she says that, the strongest link. Whereas...
And your faith has carried you. True, has returned you to us. Is this a miracle?
there was assistance. A sort of
Yes.
patience that was... And she would gesture with her hand still clasping the rosary. She gave me this, and it assisted. And her words assisted. I do not know if she is alive. I know that the police sent a rescue team. Can you tell me if she was found?
She frowns. Yes. We were informed that one of the clergy was on the island when this happened. The sore patience.
Yes.
I do not believe that her body has been recovered.
Understood.
Her bravery, her service, it will be remembered. I can see that. Even if she did not know of our mission, she aided you in it regardless. That is the power of faith.
Yes. Her kindness was a great... There's a pause. Yes. If you are alerted to her remains, please let me know.
Of course. We will give her the burial that she well deserves.
There's another
Now,
pause before Carmen would look to the Sora. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no worries. On to the matter at hand. The origin of these undead. This defilement on our land. On the innocent and the criminal alike. Yes, it is a grave omen that it should occur on the long knot.
There's also the matter of other artifacts also activating at the same time. I've only come across one. But I was wondering if you
What
had
do
an
you
ear to
mean?
others.
Artifacts.
Ambrosion.
Ancient and frozen artifacts, of course. They lie in this land like an old sickness, like the pox, that has turned dormant, but ready to reinvigorate again, to take over, to spread. This evil of the ancient and frozen could be a grave threat to us. But I wish for you to keep your eyes open, all of them. The ones that you learned to use when you were a child and the ones we taught you to use.
There's a nod.
And see and search for the evidence of outside influence. It is said that where necromancy is performed, her hand, Cyrodiil's, is the one issuing the commands.
There's a pause and then a nod. Understood. I will keep an eye out. I will keep an ear out. I am concerned with the activation of 2 Ambrosion artifacts, that there might be more in the city. Let me know if there are any that are causing mischief or harm, and we will do what we can. I will do what I can
She's nodding along.
to assist.
Now, the artifacts are vile, but it is those who would use them
Indeed.
who are the true threat.
A matter of... You might not know, but you have more ears than I do with my sabbatical, if we'll call it that. The Dr. Whitehall, whose home I am staying at, who is currently under the guardianship, shall we say, of the scepter. He assures me he won't use it, but I'm staying there until I fucking trust the man. Sorry, sister.
It's all
He,
right.
and his mirror, the mirror of his, was stolen months ago by a friend in his circles. It could be a matter of idle rich desiring things and coveting what they shouldn't. If it isn't, and if you have any potential means for identifying such, let me know.
Means of identifying such.
If you hear anything.
Oh,
Any whispered prayers, any desires for penance, anything of that nature. There's a pause. I haven't been able to speak with my brother yet. I do not know what he knows, if he has heard anything in Nighttown. I will go to him
he's
when I'm
on his
ready.
own mission. He walks his own path.
There's a nod.
Now, Carmen.
Sora?
It is a great temptation when we are in such circumstance. When we see evidence of evil, to burn all that surrounds us until it is purged. Such actions can lead to folly, can let the evil perpetrators get away with their actions. That is not the way of the Scarlet Watch.
I am attempting to learn patience, if you can believe it. And there's
Of course.
almost a note of wryness there, because she has just been in prison for 8 months.
Oh, yeah. No, of course. Hey, could have been worse.
Could have been worse, we could have been there a year!
Of course. Your faith has held true, strong like forged iron. I wish for you, no, it is my request that you, in the performance of your duties, to remain close to these artifacts and to monitor them, to see who would make use of them for their own benefits.
There's an op.
To root out the hand of true evil and expose it to the world.
And I will alert you of anything I find.
Yes. Good. I did not foresee in any of my visions when you were sent to this prison what plans Goldra had for you, for us. But now, with this terrible tragedy, this evil that's overtaken us, I see Goldra's plans in the making. Why you were placed there and why you've been returned to us. Whatever is the cause of these things,
We will root it.
you must root it out.
With that, Sora, my updates are complete.
And we will aid you in which way we can, but remember this. Out of necessity, the branches of the church are severed. Not all under these blessed roofs, these blessed walls, know
No.
of our existence, of our mission.
No. And I will... There's a pause. A sucking in of breath behind clenched teeth. Endeavor not to repeat past follies. That...
You have learned. Good.
And as much as I
A
can.
difficult lesson well taken.
That being said, as a personal request, is Dallin still... Is he still in Nighttown? Is he still about, or is he away?
The Annulus Primae mattress has been recovered.
Ah,
The search for that is ended.
there's a blink. Before, slowly, a nod. He did what I couldn't. Good. Is he still in the city's limits?
That he is.
Good. Well then, I will leave you to your studies, sister. Thank you.
May her light show you the way.
May it guide ever onwards. And she would bow and leave the room. Yay! Evil Granny is back in town.
What part of that was evil?
Nothing.
Come
She's
on.
just sinister, and we love her for that. Evil parentheses affectionate.
Carmen, in one fell swoop, we went from, she could go to prison too. Actually, best girl.
Yay! I'm best girl.
Best girl.
It's like, I
I'm
actually
the
know what's
strongest
going
link.
on. Yeah.
I'm gonna be so helpful to my cult.
You know what they said? God's favorite princess.
I'm God's favorite
Yeah.
princess. All right, Koloth, join me in the actually being best of our family. Hell yeah.
All right, I think since we started time knifing, this is happening while she's like in the literal movie theater.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. We drop her off
Like
first
just like
built.
yeah, cut to Maya and Hugh Gilt. He's like, well, what's Mr. Koloth up to? Did he mention me or?
He talks about guilt very highly, but has explicitly stated that he wanted to give him time to get his affairs in order before bothering him. He seemed like he was out in a hurry.
And that he was. Yep, that he was. So, Koloth, you take the cab to Old Town. You direct them to take you to a not so reputable neighborhood, I imagine,
Yeah, it's actually a huge mess.
off of the street that officially is Sea Sky, but locals called Sea Ski, as it is one word when it's printed on the signs. Do you head directly to the block that was ruled by your family, I ask?
Well, I'm not sure that it's a was just yet.
True.
What we need to do first is confirm. So we would have brought Gulum with us if we could.
Yeah, if this is taking place after that. If it kind of depends on how you are phrasing this ask.
Oh, ask?
Alright, command, I suppose, in your case.
Yeah, he would just catch her in the morning while they're eating and say, Gulum, we are going to search a dangerous area today for the remainder of my clan.
We.
Indeed. Your skills would be invaluable if things get rough.
We cracking some heads.
Maybe so. Do you know of the Kazamari?
Oh, I know of the Casamari. Bunch of dwarf pricks hiding behind big guns.
I killed several of their number before I was imprisoned. I'm concerned that they may have engaged in retributive action against Koloth.
Oh. Interesting. Your clan was dishonored. No, the pieces are starting to fit together, she says, kind of doing this with her hands.
Dishonored? No, of course not. But they may have been displaced temporarily, and I'm working to determine whether that's the case.
They're any of your territory? Sounds like a dishonor to me. Sounds like there's some blood price to be repaid. But with just two of us? Nah. Couldn't do it.
You think we would need more?
Run on the Casamari? Sure, I can take care of 1, 2, maybe 3 of them. They like their numbers. They like their guns. They don't do fair
Our
fights.
intent is reconnaissance. We'll be leaving before we engage them in any great numbers.
Alright. Just 'cause I'm bored. You did kick the shit out of me.
Thank you.
About time I get back on those streets anyhow.
That's why I needed you in the first place.
She's going to put on some Drake leathers, and you will depart.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a roper weave vest on, so we're not exactly subtle. I throw over, like, my suit jacket as best as I can, but you can tell we're lumpy.
Oh yeah. The cab Have you guys been borrowing money for these cabs and stuff, by the way? Just curious.
Borrowing? Of course
You don't
not.
really have an income right now.
I walked.
I know you walk.
Oh, yeah, no, Koloth just told Whitaker that he needs money for a cab to Sea Sky Street and back.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't think he would think to be like, ask.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor or to... It's like, I don't understand.
Oh, and the butler's name is Wicker, not Whitaker.
Oh, it's the no... I know it's bad. Wicker.
But you like the...
Well, you'll correct it.
Yeah, no worries. The cab rolls into that old, familiar, rundown neighborhood. At first, things feel... You get a pleasant tingle of familiarity. You have not... Well, it's strange being an immigrant. You not realize how firmly you attached yourself to this place already. That could feel like home. But after being away from it for so long, it does. Until you get closer, and something feels a bit off. You see it in the people who are on the streets, live here. They have never been, shall we say, it's never been at the most comfortable place. But people, they live there. They had their own kind of verve to them. It was still a lively neighborhood.
Right. And we kept them safe.
Yes. You kept this area safe. But the people on the street are acting differently than you remember. Their eyes are downcast. They seem... There's fewer of them. They're walking as if afraid to be out.
That's a signal for me. Please pull over here.
And the cab driver glances up behind his back. Sure, pal, anything you say. He pulls over, sticks his hand out for his fare.
I don't know how much I owe him, but I give it to him.
Thankfully, cab fare is going to be...
If Wicker has given me your money.
Yeah, mostly change.
I thank you for your service.
Kind of just tips his hat to you, and as soon as you're out, there's this engine revs and he speeds off. Cree just kind of idles by, cracking your knuckles, looking around. Alright, the shithole yours.
In its better days. But I am experienced with interacting with these people. And Koloth shows that experience by finding someone close by, just pointing at them and saying, "Please stop for a moment. I have questions."
There is a middle-aged human male moving on the sidewalk, and he jumps when you point at him. Huh? What? Huh?
I mean you no harm, but I need information.
He jumps again when he sees you. Yeah, sorry, sir. What can I do you for?
The people here look uncomfortable. Tell me what's happened over the last 4 months that could cause such a change.
What's happened? What's happened? Nothing's happened. No. I'm sorry. I paid. I've already paid. See, I've got. He like turns his pockets inside out. See, nothing.
That's not why I'm here. Clearly the people are not being protected. I ask you again. What has changed recently? How long have you lived in this neighborhood?
I've been here about 5 years. I think I know you. say.
Of course. If you've lived here for 5 years, you know Koloth.
Well, you, 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 you tell them that everything's just fine and dandy.
So nothing has changed.
Nope. No, nothing. Nothing at all. Nope. He adjusts his cap.
I thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
No, sir. Very good, sir. It's everything's all right. Well, swell and dandy. Yep. And he kind of starts shuffling like quickly off.
Something is strange here, Creed. I don't believe his story adds up.
Seems a bit like milk-blooded coward that one was.
There are rules for everyone. Your bravery would mean little if everyone was brave.
Well,
But he did not mention the dwarves.
nope. Nah, he didn't. Be keeping an eye out. Haven't seen no dwarves. Tell you what, I never see those Casmaris around this part of town anyways. They usually, she kind of points vaguely. More up in the, uptown, usually.
That was the case until the day of my absence. They intruded, and I sent them away.
Expanding their territory, huh? Guess the city's been changing since I've been away.
Since we've both been away.
True. It's been too long.
But if there have been no changes in the dwarves have not caused training, then you are fated to be greeted with honor in Clan Koloth. I'll bring you to the hold. And we're gonna walk to the corner of 16th Street, to the tenement building where the clan is set up.
You come upon House Koloth, or at least the version of it that exists in New Amphros. The old tenement building, climbing up into the sky. Old, but regal. The varied windows gleaming in the sunlight. The steps leading up to the great double doors. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, just that this is an example of what we can do when we coordinate effectively. It's a slightly nicer tenement building.
And actually...
But Koloth's very proud of it.
Yeah, as you approach this building, it does look like it's been kept in good accord.
Doing quite so well in my time.
This, where you keep your clan.
The best way to take care of your people is to be nearby.
She kind of just picks at a tooth and looks up at it. Well, you know, it's not as much a shithole as the other shitholes around here, I'll give you that.
Glad you think so. There should be a doorman.
You come up to the doors, and they open to you, and you see a very familiar figure, albeit somewhat changed. A large, well-tired bugbear who now has an eye patch and fresh scars, wielding a rifle, looks at you, stops, and he bows his head.
It's good to see you, Tigum.
Master Koloth.
He lets out a big, deep sigh. before straightening himself back up to make sure that he's maintaining decorum, and he informs Tigum that Gulum Creed has saw fit to join them as a warrior.
He turns and eyes her up and down with his one eye uncovered, nods, and salutes her. You are welcome in this house. Come, warrior. Come, young master. You have been wanted.
Good a reason as any to follow.
He not escorts but leads you to the lobby of this building, turns back to you and says, Master, I am under strict directions. Should you return, you are not to be taken anywhere except to the great Koloth herself.
Ah. That's irregular, but expected. Please lead the way.
He goes and calls the elevator for you. She will be made aware of your presence before you enter.
As is customary. It's good to see you. I wish the circumstances were better.
His eyebrows go down a bit. There's a bit of a grimace before he bows again. You have been sorely missed.
I was held in Morgato for several months. The radio understates the severity of the menace there. We should be ready.
Yes. I knew they could not do you. I felt it that you yet lived.
Quite a setback, though.
Our losses are deep and severe, like cuts to the body. But we live.
I did not escape alone, for my part. I've met many skilled people that may be able to assist.
Nods. And,
Kola should be able to tell me how she intends them to be used.
Of course, master, of course. And the elevator dings, and it opens for you. And Gurlum is standing by awkwardly. I don't really know what's going on. Should I go up with you?
While I would like to introduce you as soon as I am able, I'm sure I've been missed. Tigung is an incredibly skilled master of arms from the homeland. If you've been looking to fight, that is a man who can find it for you.
Oh yeah, bugbears are tough bastards. I know that. I'm gonna see if your house has any drinks. She storms off.
Warriors can drink.
And the elevator, familiar, closes the gate and the door rattles and raises you up to the top of your quote-unquote tower, to where where your Koloth, the leader of your house, yet resides.
It's been a long time since we talked, so I'm sure she's just excited.
Certainly. And as the doors open, the admitted entry into the quarters, the exterior at least. Her personal bugbear stands waiting for you. And he bows. You are expected.
Give him a small nod as I'm supposed to. Acknowledge the bow.
He moves to the room. He knocks, stands to the side, and lets you admit yourself.
And Koloth just goes ahead and goes through. Nice, smooth. We've done this hundreds of thousands of times, and frankly, he feels a lot lighter now that he's around familiar faces.
And you go into the very well furnished room with nearly all of the artifacts of your home that have been situated around you. The furniture, the paintings, the sculptures. And you see her figure behind the curtains. Koloth, is that really you? Speak true at once.
I could be no one else.
The curtains waver, and she steps out, showing in her regal form despite the short notice. She is dressed in her full ceremonial armor. Her cape
Oh,
behind her. She looks she looks you over. I imagine you're wearing the suit you ordered
that's exactly it.
meticulously.
Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
go back unless we're dressed
Mm-hmm.
appropriately.
Meticulously groomed with your sword at your hip. Why? Why do you return to me now? After everything that we have lost. Why?
I was imprisoned in the fortress of Morgato, and organized an escape as soon as was able.
You? Young Koloth, you? Upon your shoulders I rested all the hope of our clan. And you left us.
That's untrue. The path I chose was the only way to preserve Tigung and my
Silence.
cousin.
Your willingness to preserve those who are lesser than you. It is the mark of one strong, but it was misled cause. You sacrificed the foundation for the sake of the cobblestones. You fought admirably, and our clan's honor was preserved for one night. Then it was defiled. In the war that was to come, she clenches her gauntleted fist. In the war that was to come, there was no martial leader in the field to stop those dwarves from overtaking, from killing our own, and my children were slaughtered. Why then do you come back here now?
He dips his face for a second to kind of reassemble the face because he just got a lot of very negative news there. And when he has himself back together, he says, to aid my clan.
To aid your clan. To aid your clan. We...
As the great warlord instructed.
Yes. Yes. You were treated as dead when the humans took you. What an irony that Gozar's wrecked on me. You lived this whole time, returned. They took Gina. They took many more of my children. goblins and the bugbears. They're hobgoblins too.
Then we can take them back. I await your orders.
She turns around and looks to a portrait of Gozar hanging on the wall. You wish to follow his will still.
Till I can no more.
Even if the name of Koloth has been, she pauses, sullied and dishonored.
It's the most important name I have. Defeat is a temporary state.
Yes. Temporary. If you wish to still inherit this house, if you wish to rise back from the dead, and take the name Koloth again for yourself, you must know something about that name. We have bent the knee. Not to the dwarves. We have formed a pact with a different clan. I've sacrificed everything I had to keep the lifeblood of my children flowing. I could not let the bloodshed continue, and I failed. I accepted aid from a human clan.
Such things are not unheard of. Some of these humans act in ways similar to our own people. They were not categorized by the warlord. I'm firmly of the belief that part of the challenges placed in front of us are to do our own categorization. So there's no dishonor in treating a human as one of Gozar's chosen if they have the same honor.
Perhaps. But perhaps you should save your teachings of the law for now. Because right now we are under the lash of the law of the clan known as the Nova Aurora. And I think that's a good point, I think, to, thankfully she was too distracted to notice the heresy. And that with that reveal, I think this is a good point to pick up this moment, next week.
All right.
And that concludes another episode of Arkenmore, D&D Noir. We will be picking this up again next week. Thank you for listening.